Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hey, I know it's been a while since I did any like car shows and just car events, so I'm trying to get back into that space now that just change up the channel a little bit. But just give you a quick update on the car because I know I kind of went into it before, but didn't do too much talking on my last video. Was about the current mods, what's all done to the car, before I got it, now, and then what's the future. So when I got the car, uh, had the wheels, the paint was in great condition, as well as the exhaust, and then it had a few other goodies like heat exchanger. Crank hub was already done. Motor is in great condition, so it's the transmission. So a lot of that stuff was done prior to getting the car. For what I did was I did the carbon fiber lip. This is the second one in 2 years because the car is lowered. It's also on springs and has the AWE track exhaust, which comes with no valves, as well as I also put the carbon fiber lip on the rear as well while I got the car clear peeled. The reason I went with clear peeled was because the choices that I had was PPF or a wrap. Didn't want to wrap the car just because wrap is kind of played out to me, but I really wanted PPF on the whole car due to me canning the car, and this is a daily driver, so just standard wear and tear on the car. PPF was quoted probably around like $9,000 for the whole car, including like jams and stuff like that. It's a pretty steep price for me, and but Ceramic Pros out here in San Diego offered the Peel Clear also, which is a new product that's up and coming, where it's a water-based polymer that they spray on the car as if they're painting the car. It has the strength of a little bit of PPF, even though it's not PPF, but also has the flexibility of wrap, being able to peel it off clear without leaving adhesive. Can also do up to like 20 years on one piece. But for like down here, I damaged it with my previous lip. So what they're able to do is they're able to remove this portion of the peel clear and reapply it to make it smooth for, I believe, $500 they quoted me, but I'll probably repaint the bumper as well and then peel clear just so it looks good, just for car shows. Spoiler alert, the car will be entered into a few car shows in the next few weeks. I guess I'll name drop one of them. I will be attending Beamer Invasion, although I won't be like on the floor or anything like that due to just having to I'm kind of still getting into like the car show space. Car shows take all day. It's an all-day event, and me personally, when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. And the event starts at 1 and I think ends at 7. And for your car to be actually on the showroom floor, you would have to bring it in Friday night on like half a tank of gas and leave the car there overnight. And then you wouldn't be able to leave to after the show. So basically my car will be pent up in a warehouse for over 24 hours just to be in the actual car show. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of that because I want to enjoy my car, still drive it, and have fun with people out in town, seeing that it is Beamer Invasion, that a lot of people have their vehicles. So I just entered it into like just a regular parking lot, not the judge parking, but the standard parking. But that video will be coming soon. So yeah, on EDC Springs, I believe, it is too low. I went through one lip in 1.5 months. This is my second lip. I was able to pick up some KW Haas spring kit, coilover kit, on Facebook Marketplace for a steal. So I'm glad, and that'll be getting installed on the car in the future. I think that's it for right now. In the future, what I will be doing, like I just kind of alluded to, will be the suspension, far as the KW Hot Spring Kit, stainless steel brake lines, the SRF racing brake fluid, as well as changing out my transmission fluid and rear diff fluid. Because the car has 70,000 miles, I'll just get it done just to be on the safe side. And then Right now we're out at Rancho Santa Fe, so I'll kind of walk and talk now about, just the coming from the ATS to the BMW. It's a nice Subaru Forester. Key takeaways from the ATS moving to this. I love the ATS. I did everything that I wanted to do with that car. It was a beauty. I kind of reached a point on the ATS where I did everything that I wanted to do to the car, but and I enjoyed it. Like, I was able to learn new driving skills, new handling skills as well for like the canyons and off, and just overall driving techniques, which I'll be using on this car as well. But it's just, there was a point where I allowed, external influences to kind of, how can I put it, peer pressure me into taking the car further. I always know I wanted to do the turbo inlets, but the turbo inlets was the last straw. I could hear the saxophones playing, because with going to the turbo inlets, everyone recommended changing my suspension and wheel and tire setup, which I was not a fan of because I can the vehicles, and it turns into a straight line car, which I do occasionally, but it just wasn't my thing. Like, canyons was more my thing versus straight line speed. Although once I had it's nice. Once I was running the purple belt from Tap Out, shout out to Tap Out, I had no issues. I was on the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, and the car hooked. The car did everything it needed to do. By the way, this is the car that got me into cars in general. Anyone remembers Need for Speed Most Wanted? M3 GTR. Although my first car was a BMW, so it's not that I've traded or betrayed GM vehicles. My first vehicle was a '02 330 Ci. My second car was the Camaro SS. Then I went to the ATS, and now I'm back with a BMW 3. I love this car, but this car did have a lot of issues. I was in college, had 3 jobs, just trying to maintain. Engine light stayed on, just doing a lot of maintenance on it because, again, brand new in the cars and didn't know what I didn't know. But enjoyed the car. It's fun. I thought it was the fastest thing on earth at that time. It's a new ZR1. Carbon fiber top, everything. Yeah, these things are nice. A little high for my like, but I get it. We are in California, and I won't want to tear that front lip up because I'm pretty sure it's a couple $1,000s with it being brand new. But yeah, back to the GT3. Oh yeah, this is nice. 4.0, painted gold wheels, center lock cap. Yeah, this is beautiful. Beautiful. Now I would have done it the same way. I would have probably changed the wheels to not be gold, but a little more darker, like more probably like a cinnamon color, or maybe just like a dark bronze I prefer the orange calipers. Like, if I'm doing dark bronze, I like the orange because it makes it pop better with like the peanut butter interior. But that's just my little spin on it. Still a beautiful car. I would take it the way it is anyway. But back to the V. So like, yeah, I've done everything that I wanted to do. It was just going to that suspension setup. I heard the saxophones once I switched to the NT 555R tires because the sidewall was softer. And with the sidewall being softer, when I would take turns, the rear was a little bit unpredictable, and I don't like that. I like control. I like the control and the precision of driving because that's my niche. That's my skill. So I was really kind of happy with that. I reached out to some friends. It's nice. I reached out to some friends. Shout out to All Day Performance, Andrew. And he was like, yeah, just do the trail arms. You should be good. I ended up doing the trail arms. It helped a lot but there was still some rear sway in the car. And then the icing on the cake was the ported turbo inlets, new tuner. Took the car out, was doing a test log that night. The car never hooked. I was doing 60, the car never hooked. The next thing you know it, I was hitting like on the side of the highway, it was like a little hill. And the car slid on the driver's side and totaled the vehicle. One thing I would like to say is that the engineering of the ATS was definitely built for racing, because I took no damage. I only had a paper cut on my pinky, and then when the airbag deployed, the side curtain airbag deployed, it burned my jacket. But other than that, I didn't have a concussion. I walked away perfectly fine, and that just goes to the testament of the engineering and the safety of the ATS. The police officers was astonished that I walked away unharmed with seeing the damage of the vehicle. So yeah, that's the ATS. I know people got questions. What do I love more, the ATS or the M3? I love them equally, but the BMW does take a little bit more precedence due to I started with a BMW. My favorite car in Need for Speed was the M3, so it does have a special place in my heart, but so does the ATS. So I would still rank them evenly. When it comes to like performance and horsepower, I would say right now they're pretty even. I would say my E30 tune is probably a little bit faster on the M3 because it's flex fuel than the ATS. And then the kill tune on the ATS is basically almost spot on with the E50. They're around the same horsepower numbers. The only difference I would say would be that the ATS had a snappier, I wouldn't say snappier, it pulled harder. I had more boost on the ATS. I was running like 27 pounds, so the car was an 8-speed auto. It set you in the back of the seat the whole time through the gear pulls, whereas the M3, it doesn't set me back as much. Like I don't get the same feeling, but the transmission is phenomenal. The quickness of the transmission and how it downshifts and upshifts is definitely unmatched compared to the ATS. The ATS was, everybody knows the transmission is sluggish. It handles power well, but it doesn't shift the moment you tap. It's a delay in the shift. So compared to the M3, it is no delay. It is once you tap once you tap your paddle shifters, it is shifting as long as that gear is available. So yeah, the power bands are almost the same. However, the ATS, my red line was at 64,000 RPM and the M3 is at 75. But even if you look at the dyno graphs, they're still the same power band. Yep. The same power band. So that extra 1,000 horsepower, that extra 1,000 RPM is definitely great for the cans and in turns, because I can rev it up a lot higher and stay in a little bit more power and boost longer, which caters more to my driving style. So yeah, the transmission as well as the higher revving RPMs, this would kind of give the M3 an edge when it comes to me driving cane wise. And probably a little bit, I would say, in street race also. If I was to race, my first two shifts would be pretty quick and pretty crispy compared to the ATS, even though the ATS just had the power. Like where it lacked in the transmission, it just had the raw power. At the end, after I was purple belt, I don't think, the only races I really lost was probably playing around with Brian in his 700 horsepower G82 X-Drop. But other than that, I was beating 800cc bikes from a roll on the highway. I beat, I think, 3 or 4 And I had the dogs in the car as well as some luggage because I was going to and from. So I was still, when I did decide to play around on the streets, I had fun and I wasn't losing. So the ATS definitely still held its own. And I loved and appreciated that car because it did everything it was supposed to do. Now, when it comes to cost-wise, I would say dollar per horsepower. I'm going to get over there and look at that SS, but there's another one over here. When it came to dollar per horsepower, the M3 is cheaper by far. Due to the huge aftermarket support, such as companies, Facebook Marketplace, you can get a lot of the parts for cheaper. So let's just say for my stage 2 flex fuel on the M3, I paid roughly $5,000 to get the engine open, to look at it, to make sure the crank hub was done, fluids, the VRS top mount intercooler, and a new CSF oil cooler underneath. Totaled me to $5,000 at Euroclass. And shout out to Euroclass, Steve and Mark, great with the car. I love them. You'll be seeing them some in the videos at the car shows. And then it was about $5,000. Now, to achieve that same level of horsepower on the it's not even cam, still beautiful. When you have those SS's, they gotta be cam, man. They are so nice. But for me to achieve that same level of power on the ATS, I had to do throttle body, down pipes, spark plugs is standard maintenance, but the fueling is what costs. So I had to do high pressure, low pressure, fuel cam, flex fuel is roughly over $1,000 on top of parts and labor and the tunes leading up to that. So like if I was to pay for everything out of pocket at tap out, I think the total would have been like $5,000-6,000 for just the parts all together. That got me up to like the E30 and kill tune. And then for install, due to having to drop the gas tank, you gotta drop the drive shaft and everything to put the low pressure in the gas tank because you can't access it through the back seat. It would have cost me probably $2,000-3,000 in labor. So we're looking at $7,000-8,000 just to get the same horsepower that I was able to get with $5,000 on the M3. Granted, it still had the exhaust done, had suspension and stuff like that done, but I'm just talking about like per horsepower, dollar to dollar. Yeah, this is clean. But yeah, I love and enjoyed both cars. You'll see more car content on the M3 coming. I'm waiting on a different POV mount so I can record my POVs a little bit different. Got a little bit of feedback from you guys, and you guys recommend, you couldn't see out the windows good. So I will change the way that the camera is viewing outside so you can get a better depiction of the scenery. Yep. This is one of many that you'll see today. On average, at Rancho Santa Fe, you'll see maybe 3 or 4 a weekend. So I kind of do a quick drive-by, but these are pretty normal here for my subscribers that are not local to this area. They have every different color, shade, spec, every weekend. I haven't had the chance of driving with one of these, but they are pretty cool. Sound great.
Welcome, Travis.
Definitely sound great. All right, now I'll cross over. GT350, Corvette. But yeah, guys, drop down in the comments what type of content you would like to see more. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to get this video going so I can get more feedback on how to better present my content to you guys. Excuse me. this is nice. But yeah, what's been working right now is a bunch of shorts. I would come here on the weekends and just film shorts because I would get more viewership than posting the longer me walk through, talk through videos. So I've been doing that for probably around like 6 months, just getting my followers up and subscribers up. So, this is nice. So that's what I've kind of been doing because the videos, I get it. I'm still growing my channel. Not gonna have the whole world, but I do know a lot of people don't stick around for 20 plus minutes for a video. Also, I got some new gloves too. The old gloves, the black and red with the red stitching, I'm gonna hang those up for the ATS. And then I got me some newer charcoal fingerless gloves for the M. The M also, I don't know if you guys know or track this, but I name all my cars, and the ATS was Sage. Sage, nicknamed the Dragon. Funny thing is, sounds great. Funny thing is the way that the car went out was like a dragon. She was all over the road that night. But yeah, the M3 is grace, because that's the season I'm in. A lot of grace, a lot of forgiveness. You know, life has a funny way of humbling and growing you at the same time. Nice GTS, Mach 1. And again, for these cars, I kind of just do a quick drive-by because I'm trying to capture the cars that you guys would probably really want to see. So bear with me. And then up here is normally the high-end cars. They normally come. But this weekend is also Monterey Car Week. So I don't expect a lot of the big cars. Like I've seen a Koenigsegg, a Bugatti in here a few times. But due to Monterey Car Week, I don't anticipate any of those being here today. CS. That's a classic. Alpine drive shifter. Yeah, it's an Alpine edition, actually, I think. I'll get that McLaren in a little bit. Also, check out my shorts, guys. I got a few high-end cars that I was able to capture in here. Like I want to say a few weeks ago, I got a McLaren Speedtail in there. I've never seen one in real life. I thought it was kind of like a concept car, to be honest. Thought it was just something only a Forza 7, but I got it actually on my shorts. And I got a few other high-end cars on my shorts that I'm able to capture for you guys. So if you want to see a bunch of cars, just check out my shorts. They're like 1 to 2 minute shorts on the cars where kind of go more slower in depth of the car so you guys can see it and enjoy it. Porsches. It looks like it's Euro weekend. Porsches and BMWs all here. Targa. A nice butterscotch seats. Ooh, I like the carpet. Like the little, I wouldn't call it tweed, but I forgot what it is, a texture. Got a McLaren. Got a few Lambos out here today. Some Murcielago. That's from Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition.
I told him it was far too early in the morning to be that picky.
Oh, really?
But he was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what everybody want to see. V12 6.5.
I'm like listening and I was like, oh. Well, you know, we all have our days.
Yeah, it's the second one we've seen today. It's a good day, man. All right, let me get over here to Porsche Alley, guys, so you guys can see. That's the Cobra replica. Got a modern Gen 5.0 in there. It's fun to drive, definitely through PCH. Saturday, Sunday night with the boys. My friends know when I'm up in LA, I'm jamming Sade, No Ordinary Love at twilight, enjoying the views of LA as if I was in Grand Theft Auto. It's the luxury of being out here, guys. I literally get to, this is like my real life online player on GTA. Get to enjoy nice, cool, scenic drives, late nights if you want to get into shenanigans. You also got that. You got early morning, very sophisticated car meets, cars and coffee. Midday, you got a few cruises from locations. That evening, you got a subtle car meet. And then late night, you're into the ratchet, wild stuff. You also got that option. However, I do not participate or advise takeovers. I'm just totally against it due to the danger to pedestrians that it has. Also, full disclaimer, whenever I am driving, I have an internal code of never putting, to never do anything harmful to anyone around me. Like, I won't cut off someone with little to no room. Like, I don't get down like that. That's never been my style because there's no room for error when things like that happen. When you cut someone off with inches or, 1 to 2 feet, you really don't give them an opportunity to, even if they're paying attention, because SoCal, everyone's on their phone. A nice GTS. Zoom in because I can't get over there. But yeah, when I'm kicking it with my friends, I'm never out putting anyone in jeopardy. I'll let them all go and I'll catch up to them later. That's always just been my moral code. I always drive at like 85% if I'm out hanging out with friends. If I'm on the canyons, I might bring that up to like 90. But I never go, what Tropic Thunder said, full, fill in the blank. Not trying to get banned. I just started, but this is a nice color, like indigo blue with the heritage seats, yellow seat belt. It's a beautiful color. Now this is the one that I like the most of all the GT3 RSs. It's an uncommon color. The yellow accents really do well with the seat belt. The interior matches the exterior. The chrome alloy subtle wheels brings it all together. I wouldn't have done this any different. Any different, like, and it has stainless steel pipes. Yeah, you mean business. I get it. When you rocking the stainless steel pipes, you here for one thing and one thing only. You want maximum airflow. Maximum airflow. So yeah, I'm almost to the end, guys. I'm gonna go down Porsche Alley to the left and then take you down the centerpiece and try to end this video within the next 7 minutes. I don't want to go on too long, but I do want you to see this red on white. That's Carrera 4. Excuse me. Another replica. Nice. Nice GTS. It's like a satin yellow. Yes, I think it's PPF satin. Because I can see the corners. Yeah, I think he PPF'd that. It's nice though. It's nice. Now this used to be my favorite. Still is. Like if I had a daily driver, a subtle car, this GT3 would be it. Most people don't even know it's a GT3 till they like look at the subtle like GT3 marks here at the badge. But yeah, this is a subtle daily driver. Carrera 911T. All right, let me cross so I can get these. E63 wagon with the satin charcoal finish. Hurry up and cross. All right, let's see. Nice truck. A nice farm truck. Very good. That's a nice paint. Gosh, I didn't know the paint was this nice. Yeah. Porsche, if I'm not mistaken, Speedster. There's a few of these every weekend, but no, it is a 1600 Super, not a Speedster. Stand corrected. Or here's a Speedster. Oh yeah, that's nice, that GTS. Yeah, and the GTS uses the electric turbos, which actually make a lot of power if you get in there and tune them and start messing around with them. Probably more than a regular Turbo S, for sure. I know Porsche they did what the BMW did with the 240 X-Drive. They neutered it a little bit because it can't outperform the flagship. But yeah, that hybrid is a problem. The car stays in boost. Stays in boost. Different sound because it's electrically assisted, but not using exhaust gas, just fluid or turbo. Genius. All right, so here is the Porsche Speedster. Or Spider. Correction again. Porsche Spider. Oh, that's nice. Ferrari. .296 GTS. Corvette. Got a nice Dear Bruce Lamborghini. Really nice. Rental. Still has dealer plates on it. Also the exhaust. Main giveaway. Check the plates. Always check the plates, guys. Some rentals actually have plates on them when you're out in LA. That's nice. I like those seats. Yeah, guys. Looks like this will be it for the video. I've covered everything. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also share the video if you like it. Also, if you have any tips on how I can provide content better to you guys, please let me know in the comments. And thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.